Sunny Drive time!
Nick's Pinball Chronicles channel got a little interruption by the CarPlay. I didn't realize I was going to get this in depth with my customer with this Rotten Dog, but yep, I'm going to start delving into circuit board testing. So I got his brand new Data East from his Tales from the Crypt. It's a brand new board. There can't be anything wrong with it besides the Pias. So I ordered a test ROM chip from Leon's, and I'm going to put it on the bench, see if it boots up on my bench. If it does boot up on my bench, then I know that his power supply in his game needs to be recapped and rehabbed. That was the first thing that the other some great techs that are helping me troubleshoot this thing. A shout out to Frank from TNT Amusements. Data Easts are notorious for low power at boot up and it gets stuck. So if I can boot this thing up on my test bench with my power supply, there will be nothing wrong with this board, and he's going to have to get the power supply pulled and recapped. So I'll keep in touch. I'll let you know what happens. Thanks. Good evening, Nick's Pinball Chronicles channel. Finally figured it out with the help of Frank Lindenmuth from TNT Amusements. Thank you very much. This is really my first truthful troubleshooting with a MPU board. So I got this set up. Power supply, block, 5 volts, ground, and logic probe. So what was happening was when it was plugged into his game, he was getting 5 volts and the PIA would stay lit. Nothing would happen. The normal sequence is 5 volts, then the PIA goes out and the blank stays lit and you hear this little relay click. I did swap out the 6821s. These are the interface adapters that tie the computer in with the outputs. There's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, actually, sorry, 6. 4, 5, 6. I swapped those out. Didn't change it. So the last 40 pan in here is the CPU. That is a 6802. I think I'm focusing on it. There it is. And that is in, what is that? I can't read it because of the dark. U3D. That's the CPU chip. So here is when you're looking at it, luckily Rotten Dog gives you these test points. So the reset starts off. I can hit the switch. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around. Switch, low, then it goes to high. PIA light goes out, blinking comes on. Also, the blinking signal is high when the game is running. Right now the game's running, and then the relay just clicked. Takes a few seconds on a Data East, but it's up and running. Bad CPU. So I'll demonstrate the light sequence once more. Shut the light off. Here's what it should look like. PIA 5 volt, PIA goes out, blinking comes on. There's a delay. Relay clicks, game is running. So I'm going to give it back to the customer sometime this week, and he'll plug it into his game and we'll take it from there. But awesome, man. I got the game running. Luckily I had an extra chip Looks like I gotta start ordering a couple more for stock. But yeah, man, mission successful. And I don't trust Rotten Dog, man. If I ever would recommend, if your original CPU board is worth saving, save it, because I mean, Rotten Dog is really the only game in town, unfortunately, when it comes to this. And I don't know if they use bad quality equipment or chips, but this board is pretty much brand new. Now the problem is, this setup is very similar to my F-14 Tomcat. But what I was getting was, because I had it plugged into the game, it would run and it would boot sometimes, but sometimes when I would turn it on, I'd get the PIA and I would get U38 error, which told me which socket it was. Can't do it on this. I don't know if it's because this is a way later Data East game. But let's see if we can get the game to boot and run. It should boot now because it's booting on my bench. And then we'll take it from there and try to fix other things that were wrong with it. And awesome, man. I'm happy. Thanks, Frank Lindenmuth from TNT, for the tutelage. It's definitely a learning experience. Yeah, it's running, man. Game program's running. Another thing with Data East is these two jumpers here. Rotten Dog, some of the earlier Data East pinball machines like Back to the Future and Batman, they required 2 ROMs. And those ROMs were, I believe there were 256. The newer games, like this one, was 512. So they have you, there's 2 resistor jumpers here that you cut depending on what game you have. And then obviously when you buy a board like this from Rotten Dog, I don't believe it comes with, it doesn't come with the CMOS, no battery. I think it comes with the CPU. I mean, it better. It's not going to be a bare board. I don't believe it comes with a game ROM and a battery ROM, but they might charge extra to install it. But yeah, man, the game's running now. So we'll take it from there. And yes, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, man. Have a good night.